Today we will continue with nouns in English language. Let's turn to page number 19. Page number 19. Yesterday we already had a look at gender. What was gender? How many types of genders are there? And so today we will be doing the exercise related to it. Page number 19, exercise F. Now let's see what we have to do in this particular exercise. We have to rewrite the sentences by writing the opposite gender noun for the highlighted words. Now if you see in these exercises, in this particular exercise, few words, few nouns are highlighted. Now what you have to do? You have to change their gender nouns. Alright, you have to change their gender. That is what you have to do. Okay. Let's try the first one. This tigress is very ferocious.
Ma'am, this tiger is very curious.
Okay, so this tiger is very ferocious. Right, correct. So, tigress we will change into tiger. Second, the princess had never seen a witch before. Yes.
The prince had never seen a witch.
Which also you have to change. Which is
Prince
feminine. Princess, feminine. You have to change it to masculine. Prince. Okay, correct. Which is feminine. We have to change it into the masculine gender. Now this I'll let you. Yes. What will be the masculine gender for which? It is wizard. Wizard. Right. W-I-Z-A-R-D. W-I-Z-A-R-D. Wizard. Okay, next. The girl told her story to the spinster next door. Girl.
Ma'am, the boy told her story to the story. Ma'am, the boy told his story to the bachelor next door.
Okay, correct. So girl will change into boy and spinster into bachelor. B-A-C-H-E-L-O-R. B-A-C-H-E-L-O-R. Bachelor. Written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My father has bought a small tabby cat for me.
My mother has bought a small.
Yes, continue beta. Yes, Rishima. Rishima?
Yes, ma'am.
Haan beta, continue what you were saying.
Ma'am, my mother has bought a small
Tabby cat will change to
tomcat.
tomcat. Okay, right. So my mother has bought a small tomcat for me. Tomcat. Tabby cat will become tomcat. The billy goat entered the garden and made a mess. Billy goat.
Ma'am, the nanny entered the garden.
Yes.
Entered the garden.
Yes. Who? Once again, listen. When you people speak, just one of you speak at a time, because otherwise it is not clear. Okay, Purvi.
The nanny goat entered the garden and made a mess.
Okay, correct. Write down. Nanny goat. Next, the headmaster called all the boys to his office. This is easy. Yes.
The headmistress called all the girls to her office.
Okay, Ridhima.
The headmaster.
Ridhima, tell this one.
Ma'am, the headmistress called all the girls to her office.
Okay, right. The headmistress call all the girls to her office. Next, this stallion is very famous. He has won many races.
The mare is very famous. She has won many races.
Okay, correct. This mare is very famous. She has won many races. Correct. Next one. My father is very strict. He does not allow me to stay up late.
My mother is very strict. She does not allow me to stay up late. She does not allow me to stay up late.
Okay. So my mother is very strict. She does not allow me to stay up late. Number 9. The king crowned the prince as the next heir to the throne.
The queen crowned the princess as the next heir to the throne.
Okay, the queen crowned the princess as the next. This is heir, so it is heiress. You add ESS. So it is pronounced HEIR, it is pronounced as heir, just as you pronounce AIR, so it is pronounced as the same way, heir. So the queen crowned the princess as the next heiress. So it is HEIRESS.
Ma'am, please explain seventh one.
Seventh is this stallion is very famous. Stallion. Now stallion is used for horse, right? So stallion is male, you will change into female, that would be the mare. So this mare is very famous. She has won many races.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Alright, the last one here. Mrs. Khanna is a widow. Her husband died in an accident.
Ma'am, Mr. Khanna is a widower.
Wait.
His wife died in an accident.
Let Magna tell.
Ma'am, Mr. Khanna is a widower. Her wife died in an accident.
Her wife?
Ma'am, his wife. Ma'am, his wife.
His wife. Correct. Mr. Khanna is a widower. His wife died in an accident. Okay. That was good. Now, the last topic in this particular chapter is the case. So, here, noun on the basis of case can be divided into 5 types. So, case of, or we can say is that the case of a noun can be divided into classified into 5 types. That is the nominative case, the objective case, the possessive case, the vocative case, and the dative case. Now let's see. First is the nominative case. Now in every sentence we have a verb, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What, and every sentence has how many parts?
Ma'am, 2 parts.
Yes.
Ma'am, 2 parts.
What are those 2 parts?
Ma'am, subject and predicate.
Okay, so subject and predicate. Now, the verb has a subject. So, when a noun or a pronoun is used as the subject of the verb. So, whenever a noun or a pronoun is used as a subject of the verb, it is said to be in nominative or subjective case. So first is nominative case. What is nominative? When noun or a pronoun is used as the subject. Let's see the example. Rajat bought a bike. What is the verb in this sentence?
Ma'am, bought.
Bought.
Ma'am, bought.
Okay. So what is the subject of this verb bought? Who bought?
Ma'am, Rajat.
Okay,
Ma'am,
so
Rajat.
Rajat bought. So Rajat here would be the nominative case. Alright?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Like the second example here, mother made sandwiches. What is the verb in this particular sentence?
Ma'am, made.
Ma'am made. Who made?
Made.
Mother
Mother.
made. So mother
Mother.
would be in nominative case. The second is the objective case. Now when a noun or a pronoun pronoun is used as a direct object. You know, there are direct objects, then there are indirect objects also. So when a noun or a pronoun is used as a direct object of the verb, then it is said to be in objective or accusative case. Now let's see this example here. We bought some oranges. What is the verb here?
Ma'am,
Bought.
Bought.
Ma'am, bought.
Okay. What is the subject of the verb bought?
Ma'am, oranges.
We.
Ma'am, oranges.
Alright, we. I'm asking subject. Now here in this case, what happens? That direct object, we are not concerned with the subject, but we are concerned with the object. So we bought what? What do we bought? What did we buy?
Ma'am, oranges. Ma'am,
So
oranges.
we bought oranges. So direct object of the verbs is said to be in accusative case. Now even if we take the first example, Rajat bought a bike. So verb is
ma'am, bought.
bought. Who bought?
Ma'am, bought.
Who bought?
Ma'am, Rajat.
Rajat.
Ma'am,
So
Rajat. Ma'am,
Rajat is
Rajat.
nominative case. But Rajat bought what? What did he buy?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, bike.
Bike. So in the first sentence,
bike.
the bike is said to be in objective case.
Ma'am, objective case.
Okay. Then the third is the possessive case. Now when a noun or a pronoun, it shows possession. Alright, what you own, what somebody owns or possesses, now that is said to be in possessive case. Like, this is my pencil. Whose pencil? Teacher's
My.
pencil.
Ma'am.
Alright.
Ma'am.
Okay, so let's try this one. Let's have a look at the example. This is Mira's desk. Which word is showing possession? Whose desk? Whose desk?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, Mira's.
Mira's desk.
Ma'am, Mira's.
So this Mira's, it shows that Mira has ownership or possession over this particular desk. Desk means this particular desk belongs to Mira. So that is why it is said to be in possessive case. We'll have a look at another example here. These are the children's toys. Whose toys?
ma'am, children.
Ma'am, children. Ma'am, children.
Word, noun, children's, it is said to be in possessive case. Okay. Next is the vocative case. Now when the noun is the name of the person whom we are speaking to, or the person being addressed. Like I said, Magna, you tell. So I am taking the name of the person. Alright. So name of the person being spoken or name of the person being addressed. Now that is said to be in vocative case. Like I said, Magna, tell the answer. So what would be the vocative case in this particular sentence?
Ma'am, Magna.
Alright. Okay. Like, see the examples here. Praveen, come here. What is in vocative case?
Ma'am,
Which noun?
Praveen.
Ma'am, Praveen.
Okay, fine. Now we have already seen that when a noun or a pronoun is used as a direct object of the verb, it is said to be in objective case. But when a noun or a pronoun is used as the indirect object, not the direct object but the indirect object of the verb, then it is said to be in dative case. Let's have a look. The postman bought a letter for him. Now if we leave for him, and if the sentence is only the postman brought a letter. So in this particular sentence, tell me what is nominative case?
Ma'am, the postman.
The postman.
Ma'am, the postman.
Right. What is objective case?
Ma'am, a letter. Ma'am, letter.
Okay.
Ma'am, letter.
But here we are talking about the indirect object. So he bought a letter. But he bought a letter for whom?
Ma'am,
For
him.
him.
Ma'am, him.
So this
Ma'am, him.
him becomes the indirect object of the verb brought. The direct object of the verb brought is letter, and the indirect object of the verb brought is him. Okay, let's have a look at the second example also here. We bought a gift for Priyansh. What is the direct object here? Direct object of the verb.
Ma'am, gift.
Gift. We bought
Ma'am,
a
gift.
gift for whom?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, Priyansh.
For Priyansh. Okay, so this name Priyansh, it becomes the dative case here. Okay, now this brings us to the last exercise of this particular chapter. Mark the highlighted words as nominative and objective. O possessive, P vocative, V and date or dative, D. So some sentences are given here. Some words in these sentences are highlighted. Now we have to tell the highlighted word is in which case. First one, Annie went to the shop.
Nominative.
Okay, nominative. Deepti ate the cupcakes.
Ma'am, nominative.
Nominative. Okay.
Ma'am, nominative.
This is Richa's bag.
Ma'am, possessive. Ma'am, possessive.
Okay. Whose bag? Richa's bag. Radha's backpack is
Possessive. Ma'am, possessive. Ma'am,
okay.
possessive.
Fourth is also possessive. We gave him a gift.
Ma'am, objective.
Okay.
Ma'am, objective.
Case. Correct. Good. Paul, wear your shoes.
Ma'am, vocative. Ma'am, vocative.
Right. Vocative. Give her the gift.
Ma'am, dative.
Ma'am, dative. Ma'am, dative.
Yes. Dative.
Yes, ma'am.
Give her the gift. What is the verb here?
Ma'am, give.
Give. What is her here? Give to whom? Her. So her here is the direct object. Gift is the indirect object in this particular sentence. Give her what? Give her the gift. So her is the direct object and gift is the indirect object. So direct object, what is that?
Ma'am, objective. Ma'am, objective.
Case. So seventh is objective. Eighth, Dilip, please come here.
Ma'am, vocative. Vocative.
Right. Jeevan wrote a letter.
Ma'am, objective.
Objective. This is my friend's book.
Possessive. Ma'am, possessive.
Okay, possessive. We bought a new car.
Ma'am, objective. Ma'am, objective.
Yes, objective. He broke the window pane.
Ma'am, objective.
Okay. He broke what? He broke the window pane. Objective. She is reading a book.
Objective. Ma'am, objective.
Objective. I gave this pen to my brother.
Objective. Ma'am, objective.
Right, objective. So many maximum objective cases we have here. Alright. It is burying its bone.
Ma'am, objective. Ma'am, objective. Ma'am, objective.
Again. Burying what? Its bone. Did you eat Anita's ice cream?
Ma'am, possessive.
Possessive. Okay. So that completes the chapter. Is there anyone who has missed anything?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
Please tell the seventh one.
Seventh one. Seventh is
Yes.
give her the gift. Now if you look at this sentence, it is starting with a verb give. So the direct object of the verb give here is her. So direct object her, that means it will be in objective case. But if the word gift here would have been highlighted, then what case it would have been?
Ma'am, dative.
Yes? Right.
Ma'am, objective.
No. If gift, it is her that is highlighted. So her is objective. But what if gift in this particular sentence had been highlighted? The word gift. Then what
Ma'am,
case
verb.
it would have been?
Ma'am, dative case.
Dative case.
Ma'am, dative.
Right. And they did not give any example of dative case in this particular exercise.
Ma'am, can you please tell the third one?
Third is, this is Richa's bag. Richa's bag, whose bag? You're telling about the ownership or the possession. So this is possessive case.
Ma'am, please tell the fifth one.
Fifth is, we gave him a gift. We gave. Wait. We gave him. Fifth one.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it can be
It will
dative.
be dative. Because we gave whom? Gave him what? A gift. So it will not be objective, it will be dative. Don't you think so?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Because what is dative case? It is indirect object. Now if we have a look at this particular sentence, we gave him a gift. So we gave, we would be nominative case, him would be objective case. We gave whom? We gave him. We gave him what? A gift. So gift would be in dative case. Make fifth D. It is dative.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta?
ma'am, we have to do all the exercises in copy.
No, beta. Whatever I have told
Ma'am,
you
please
till
tell.
now, only do that much in copy. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
The rest you can leave in the book. There is no need to write it in the copy.
Please repeat 15 one.
Repeat which one?
Ma'am, 15.
15th. It is burying its bone. This is objective case. Burying what? Its bone. So bone is objective.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Alright.
Ma'am, please tell me the sixth one.
Sixth one.
Yes, ma'am.
Paul, wear your shoes. So we are taking a name, we are addressing someone. What case is this?
Ma'am, vocative case.
Vocative. Yes, vocative case. Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, can you please tell the difference between direct object and indirect object?
Yes, ma'am.
Beta, now see, direct object would be placed close to the verb. Alright? And now there could be, there are sentences which could not have a indirect object. Then there would be some sentences which don't even have a direct object. There could be sentences without indirect, without direct object. There would be some sentences where you will only have a subject. But then if you look closely, see this example here of the dative case. See, the postman bought a letter for him. So this direct case, this direct object would be placed closer to the verb as compared to the indirect object. And now, like the postman bought a letter. What did he buy? What did he bring? Letter. And then indirect will answer, what did he bring for him? He bought a letter. So okay, so he bought a letter. What did he bring? He brought a letter. And this letter was brought for whom? So this will be answering another question, and because it is coming in late, it is coming after the direct object, so it will be in indirect, it will be the indirect object. And if you ever see in a sentence, it will be very clear which is the direct and which is the indirect object. The direct object would be placed closer to the verb. See, in all the sentences where you have an indirect object, see all the examples here, the direct object is placed closer to the verb. See, like we bought a gift for Priyansh. What is the verb here?
Ma'am, bought.
All right. Which
Ma'am,
object?
bought.
Which object is placed closer to this verb bought?
Ma'am, gift.
Gift.
Ma'am, gift.
So here gift would be the direct object, and then this gift was bought for whom?
Ma'am, Priyansh.
Priyansh. So then because it will the name Priyansh or the noun Priyansh, the boy Priyansh would be the indirect object. So have a look at the sentence properly and see which object is placed closer to the verb. So that way you can understand that what is the direct object, and the indirect object will always come after the direct object. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So remember, direct object will come first and indirect object will come after the direct object. Anything else?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So this chapter is clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when we meet again, we will continue with grammar.